From South Africa, today I have by my side Marisa Jacobs. She is the managing director of XpatWeb, the largest independent work permit and immigration provider in South Africa and, well, actually the whole region around South Africa that offers a holistic solution to local and multinational employers. I'm not going to tell you more about it. Marisa will tell you more about her company and herself. Hello, Marisa. Lovely meeting you.
Hi, thank you. Thanks so much for having us.
Marisa, I will start by asking what would be the three main ingredients you're using in running a successful business?
Yeah, sure. That's a lovely question. I like that. So I think the one thing that we've done very successfully is we've segmented our team into sort of three separate components, if you will. So the one side is really looking after consulting with the client and making sure that we select the correct category based on what the activities are going to be in South Africa, and really making sure that that process is handled optimally. The second part of it is then the government part of it. So either engaging with the Department of Home Affairs or the embassy abroad. We've seen, especially with South Africa immigration and immigration across Africa, it's quite unique depending on where you're going to submit and what you are submitting for. So submitting for example, an intra-company transfer visa in the US versus submitting it in Portugal, your requirements and the way you would prepare that application is slightly different. So we have really specialized in making sure that the application is fit for place of submission. And then the other side, especially because a lot of our clients are corporate, is looking at the holistic planning and not just applying for the visa that might seem the simplest, but really looking at how a large part of our business focuses on tax and package structuring and making sure a person is optimally planned for in terms of their assignment in South Africa or into Africa. And so we really pull in that team to make sure that we select the correct category of visa to be able to optimally plan their tax affairs and their financial affairs in country, and to make sure that that works well. So that would be my summary of our three secret ingredients.
Super, super. Marisa, I know you're a custodian of the annual critical skills survey among large corporates and multinationals. What does this entail? What does this role entail?
Oh, I love that you're asking this. This is like my baby. We've been running it for the last 5 years. I initially set it up as I was completing my studies and I needed to do a dissertation around, and I needed to do a survey and collect some data, and I decided why not do something around the skill shortage in South Africa and how we use foreign nationals to address that shortage. So it was initially a very small educational thing, sent out the survey to our client base and to a couple of professional bodies, and in the first year we had over 80 large multinationals and corporates responding. So it just showed that there was really a need. So I mean, I was able to do a fantastic dissertation around this topic, and then the next year I thought, well, why not run it again? And then the participation grew to over 100, and now in this last year it was 280 odd companies who participated. So it's really become a very well-known anchoring survey in the industry to gauge skill shortages. And that's
amazing. It is.
I'm so proud of it. It's really like one of those projects that that has just grown tremendously. And this year, the Department of Home Affairs, for the first time since 2014, are revising the actual national critical skills list that employers can use to attract skills. And they invited us to participate and to give input from the survey, because they really respect it as a source of information from business in South Africa. So we were able to use the survey to influence this new draft list that is now being finalized, hopefully before the end of the year. So it really also gives a bit back in terms of all those businesses who have been participating, to show this is not for naught. It really is being taken seriously. So we're very, very proud of that.
Super. That's fantastic, really. Good luck. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Marisa, what advice would you give young people deciding to enter the global mobility sector, well, especially immigration and tax sector? Why should they choose such a career path?
I think immigration, certainly in my experience, when I speak to our clients and my team and other professionals in the industry, it really is something that you sort of fall into. I think there's very few people that sort of after their studies go, oh, I really want to be in immigration. Even those who study law, immigration sort of just you find yourself in a position and then guys get extremely attached to it. I think there's a real human element to it in terms of it's really important for that professional who or individual who is relocating to a new country. They are really dependent on their immigration provider to make sure that they ultimately get a successfully issued visa to be able to pursue the career in the country that they want to, and that the personal importance of that. I think immigration practitioners get extremely invested in terms of their clients and being able to facilitate that process. And of course, their extended families who are uprooted need to find new schools, need to find new communities. So it's really a very people orientated business to be in, and the tax technical side of it just really is an extension of that, is how to be able to optimally plan for this person to not be adversely affected by home country versus host country taxation, and how to get the best out of how to plan around the policies, regulations, and structures that are available in the country to optimize your net take-home salary, and how to really utilize that correctly for both the employer and the employee. So it's a very exciting career path, and it's very rewarding working on it, and very challenging at times. I know when I say to guys we deal with immigration and tax, it's both these very government-driven items, which can often be extremely frustrating. Government doesn't work quite as streamlined as business does, and how you approach it is can be very challenging, but at the same time extremely rewarding if you get it right.
Super. Marisa, I know you have a large team that is scattered around several countries. How do you keep them motivated?
It is we have a very diverse team. We have foreign nationals as part of our team who have also relocated to different countries. So there's a very personal touch in terms of how they deal with their clients. There's a real in immigration, you learn something new every day, and you have a new challenge every day, and there's something that you come across every day that you haven't seen before, but the guy next to you has seen it before. So there's a real need to be able to draw on each other's experiences, and to be able to say, sure, I've got a tough case today, I haven't seen this before, how can we do this together? Or do you have some advice? Or if this was you, how would you approach it? So I think it's the nature of the industry is such that you can't really sit alone and do your own thing. And I think that's the discussion that I often have with large corporates who want to bring immigration in-house. Your experience is very one-dimensional if you're only working with one company, whereas if you are a practice and you are working with different clients across different countries with different scenarios, you really get the opportunity to see everything.
You're exposed.
Your exposure is massive. So when you do come across a tough case, it might seem like a insurmountable mountain to your client, but you've seen it before, or a version of it before. You are able to really navigate across that. And I think that's the strength of having a big team with broad experience. And that keeps them the challenge, and the fact that it's not autonomous and the same thing over and over again really keeps the guys motivated and excited for the next case and the next challenge that's coming their way.
Excellent. A more personal question now, Marisa. What would be your superpower?
I would like to think that I've always said of myself that I'm not an immigration professional. It's coincidental that I do immigration. I am a business person, and I like to be able to look at the business as a whole and to see where do we need to grow to? What is the next? How can we look at immigration differently? How is it going to look like in 5 years? How can we harness technology, for example, in terms of the business, and just really having a business aspect, as well as being able to put yourself in your client's shoes and to see how they're struggling with this and how they really need expert assistance and guidance. Yes. I'm not sure if that's a superpower. I'm going to give this
It
some.
is. A strategist combined with visionary.
I hope so. I hope so.
And one last question, Marisa. I know that you're extremely active on social media. You take part in all kinds of specialized webinars, seminars, radio, TV programs. How do you feel these activities support your business?
I believe so. I think social media is a fantastic way to share information with industry, with clients, with other professionals in the industry, with individuals, keeping them up to date. And especially now, I mean, COVID has really impacted the industry of mobility tremendously. And
Sure.
being able to share that information in real time and have it available has been fantastic. It's also, I mean, it's in a world where we can't meet face to face as much as we used to, and I mean, we a people-driven industry. We love going to meet with our clients. Social media and the webinars and the events has really given us the ability to still keep on interacting with clients and really keep up to date in terms of what are the challenges that they're facing at the moment, and also what is the reality. I mean, there's a lot of talk around working remotely and how is that going to impact the mobility industry, and then just really being able to unpack that with clients and with other professionals on social media and in a webinar to see how realistic is that. Is it just a buzzword at the moment, or is it real? And I think social media really enables you to do that. It also helps you to just get your name out there so that people know, when I do get stuck with the challenge, who should I be speaking with? Who are the guys who have their finger on the pulse and who knows what's going on? So I think that's been very helpful in terms of business and being able to support other professionals.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Marisa.
No problem. Thank you. It's been an honor. Thank you.